Oh, yay, you're here. Get on in here. For a couple of reasons, it's good because it's Friday.
Yes, we made it.
And two, the monsoon is hopefully over. Holy smokers.
It's a lot of rain last night.
Wow. Hello, TV family.
Good morning.
The monsoon, I like that.
You guys all dried out after that?
Sort of.
It just kind of kept coming, Brian.
It did. It would taper off a little bit, and you'd go, yeah, and then all of a sudden it would downpour again. Wow, it just kept
and then
going.
the fog yesterday afternoon, it was just like you couldn't see anything.
That's right. It just settled in around 2:30, 3 o'clock. It started to get really foggy. The temperature took a long time to go up. It finally did. Yeah. We did hit 7 degrees yesterday, but the winds were gusting to over 70 kilometers an hour last night. So.
And I have a feeling the winds are going to be really strong again this morning because it's garbage day.
Yes, it is. That's what. Yeah. Put the garbage out last night and thought, of course, it's going to be the windiest night of the week.
Well,
yes.
I was looking out the window to take the garbage out, and I was like, okay, I think I got a break in the rain. And as soon as you walk out,
You were drenched by the time you came in. I know.
I did the same thing. I thought, oh, it's not raining. I'm going to take the dog for a quick walk. I got like halfway down the street, drenched.
Yep.
Oh yes. And then they come back home and then do the shake on the couch.
Oh, she was,
Hey.
she was so miserable.
That's always fun.
Muddy.
Yeah.
It is Friday Chit Chat time.
Yay, it's Friday. Okay, this is for adults only.
Okay.
No kids, even though it involves dogs.
What about big kids?
Well, yes, you count, of course, Tim. Man's best friend? Maybe not in this new movie. Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, and Isla Fisher are foul-mouthed dogs in Strays.
Take it from me, kid. He left your
Sent me the trailer this morning being like, I don't know how we missed this yesterday. Oh, it is so funny. But yes, it is. They are foul-mouthed dogs. That's nothing. Like what he found the cleanest clips, and he still had to bleep them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really funny. Another new movie hitting theaters. Ben Affleck is hoping his next film will fly high at the box office.
Obviously, Michael Jordan changed Nike. With the shoe.
Yeah.
So I don't know the exact details because like what they're telling the story there is it really became before he became Michael Jordan, like even before he got to Chicago because they knew he was a real talent when he was at North Carolina.
Well, he
so
finds him apparently.
Yeah, well, he was a huge talent at North Carolina. He played college in North Carolina and he was very, very good. So they were looking
based
for
on real life events kind of thing, right?
So it's the kind of same thing with Argo. You know, Argo was like there's like Argo is great, but there's like certain things about Argo that like
based on
kind of just like the Canadian stuff, but it's good to see the two of them back together.
Yeah,
So.
and I think the rest of the cast, Jason Bateman's in it. I mean, he's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did it. We're here. You're here. Come hang out for a little bit because it's Friday. Heading into the weekend, and coming off of yesterday, which was a little soggy.
Very soggy. I'm glad I went for my walk the day before.
Yeah, lots of puddles out yesterday. Yeah, and lots of rain coming down on and off throughout the day. Sometimes it tapered off, and you went, thankfully, wow, and then all of a sudden it would start again.
And that's when you got stuck in it.
Yeah, we about 29 millimeters officially yesterday. That was up until midnight. We've had just a little bit since then, but not an awful lot. But yeah, it got mild, but it took its own sweet time yesterday.
To get up the temperatures.
Yeah, it stayed around 3 for most of the day, and then it climbed to 7 last night. So it did take a while, but it got here, and then now our temperatures have come down. We're sitting at 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
This is what we can see behind you, Brian.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah, that's the
So
wind.
it's windy out there.
Yeah.
A little breezy. Hang on. Emily, what do you got coming up?
Oh, we're talking Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah,
we have a
baby.
little preview of what's happening this year, and we're taking a look back at some of our favorites.
I'm glad. We had lots of fun going back over our favorites.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Let's come up in our chit chat around 7:40ish.
Time for this hour's chit chat.
Time to sit up.
Everybody sit up. Because we're sitting up to watch
like
commercials.
Oh, where's the popcorn?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Super Bowl Sunday. It's this weekend, guys.
Okay. Yep.
So we decided to dedicate this chit chat to the commercials on the way and a few favorites from the past. Let's begin with a few previews from this Sunday.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Like exactly the same.
It's always interesting because there's like 80 commercials, right? That we don't get to
so
see.
many,
That we don't get to see, unfortunately. It's always interesting to see because you watch them the next day of the ones that really were liked. Some of them like are not great.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
tried
mean?
to
Some are
pick a
good.
couple that it would appeal to everybody.
You don't really know. But then there's the
Yeah.
ones that are like historically,
Epic.
like year after year.
And these ones that you picked, Tim, we're going to take a look back at some of the past
So
ones.
we
These
each
are
kind of
your
pick some?
Yeah, these
Okay.
are your favorites. So
So these
let's
are
take
two
a
of
look.
mine?
Favorites?
Yeah, these are two of
Okay.
Tim's favorites.
Betty
I
White,
understand.
she's the best. Okay.
And then, of course, and this is a saying that I say a lot, like with my kids when I'm trying to get them to do something, I'm like, oh, they're like herding cats today.
It's my favorite
This
commercial.
is Annette's.
I love that
one.
commercial.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Honestly, I'm like crying tears right now. Okay, and then this one I have to say is probably a lot of people's favorite. Tansy talked about it. Producer Tansy, I talked about it. This one is just the ultimate Super Bowl commercial.
Budweiser all time. Every year they got
Yes.
some.
Yeah.
They got a good one. So good
Then
stuff.
that thing with the frogs that wasn't that great,
Yeah.
but when they went
Oh,
back to the
yeah.
horses, it was much better.
The horses and the puppies is a good
Okay.
one to
So
go
a lot
to.
of people just watch the Super Bowl for their commercials.
sure.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This is exciting because pastry chef Anna Olsen in the kitchen.
Who watches our show
yes,
all the time.
Yes,
Is
well
there a
Anita,
cake?
yes,
Is there a
yes.
cake?
We'll have to see. She's preparing some special sweets for Valentine's Day.
Okay, it is Music Friday, and Toronto singer Sean Jones is going to perform his latest single.
Okay, if you're celebrating a birthday today.
It's my dad's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
It's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad! Happy
Yeah.
birthday!
What's your dad's
Happy
name?
birthday, Luba.
Luba! Happy birthday, Luba. And you share it with Khalid.
He doesn't know who the.
Come on in here. It's Friday morning. Getting set for a big fun weekend. I'm getting set for a Super Bowl party on Sunday. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people are.
Which you just said hardly anybody watches the game.
No,
Yeah,
it was one of those parties. Let's bring the TV family in here,
Yeah.
Brian and Emily, because I don't hang out with a bunch of football fans. I would be the biggest one, but then I take Monday off to kind of watch the game a little bit.
Well, this is what he was saying. He was like, everybody has kids, so
Yeah.
everybody that comes to my party, they leave by halftime because everybody has to. So I just sit on my couch and finish my drinking and watch the rest of the game by myself.
Also, that's why you're not going to be in on Monday.
Perhaps,
Really? Seriously? No, huh?
perhaps.
Oh, well, no, I'm not insinuating that it's because he's hungover.
Oh, no, of course
Never.
not. No.
I'm just saying
not
that,
me.
you know,
It's a late night.
Yeah.
Tim
Yes,
was
it gets
mentioning
late
that a
night.
lot
Sure
of
it
the
would be,
people.
yes.
But and the way we get a lot of people involved in having fun is something called prop bets, right? Where I kind of put together like 10 questions that people can. It's like, how long is the national anthem?
Okay.
Like heads or tails for the coin toss. You don't have to know anything about football, and then it gets into
Yeah.
the halftime too.
Yeah, and
Which
that's
is-
what I'm going to be talking about in Chit Chat. We're going to all kind of find out what prop bets are, and actually ones from Vegas that, you know, they bet
Okay.
on. People actually bet on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we don't
There's
do
a lot
the
of money.
Vegas stuff. We just gotta have just for fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we'll do that. We'll do that coming up.
Here's this hour's chit chat.
I got no
we're
shame.
playing chicken on the couch. Who's the last one up? Fine, you win.
I'm way too competitive for this nonsense. I would sit back here. I would be like, all right, I'm winning. I'm winning.
It's couch practice for Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, right. You always got something. Way to go there, huh? All right.
Super
Thanks,
Bowl
Bolin.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Now, this is something I have recently discovered, thanks to Tim. There's prop bets.
Yes.
I didn't even know prop betting existed. I
it's
did, like,
huge.
among friends. I had no idea that it was like a Vegas thing. Like, you could put money down on this.
Well, in this day and age, the way that with betting has gone, it's like exploded. You can bet on anything. But I've been doing, because I've been doing this party for 20 years. We've been doing like this. I'm not a big better guy,
Okay.
but it's just nice if you have a collection of people together.
Have you ever been invited to the party? Ned?
Somebody's got to work the shift the next
So
day.
I've also not been invited.
And
to
I'm
the party.
totally
Brian, have
fine
you been
with not.
invited to Tim's Super
Yeah,
Bowl
not
party?
that,
No, I know.
Any other party of yours I would go to.
No, I
Super
know.
Bowl is kind of like,
Yeah.
Have you ever
The
been
last,
invited?
the last Super Bowl party I went to, I remember I was with their kids and all I wanted to do was color.
Right?
There's a bit of that happening.
Yeah.
I know.
There's also like a candy bar that gets just like
Ooh.
just
Oh,
like,
see,
oh,
I would
yeah.
only
Maybe
come
I
for the
will be
candy
there.
bar. Okay, so sorry, go ahead. You, you
So we've been
continue.
doing these prop bets, so they just kind of gets everybody just interested in the game. It's like $5 for a sheet, and I have like 10 questions,
Yep.
just like coin toss, how long's the national anthem,
Yeah.
like who scores first.
Yeah.
Like, well, you don't have to know anything, but it just kind of gets everybody kind of a little bit
And
more
watch it.
invested.
Everybody
Or
watch it.
what do you
Little
win
bit
at your
invested.
party?
It's money. So you give like
The pool.
$5.
Oh,
You win
okay,
the
you win the
pool.
pool.
You win the pool.
Okay,
of
I would
money.
just want to win the candy bar.
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
already gone because the kids have taken it over. You know what I mean?
Well, these are some of the ones that are in Vegas this year. Okay, so after doing some internet research, we're still on halftime shows. I decided to look at the top 10 Super Bowl shows of all time. Now, we don't have time to do them all, but we're going to focus on the most popular and the most memorable. Prince, being the absolute master that he was, did not even bat an eye at the heavy rain during the show in 2007. He instead used it as a prop while he sang the coolest rendition of his hit song, Purple Rain. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to turn now to the most memorable, and there is no way that this wasn't staged. Janet Jackson's infamous 2004 Super Bowl wardrobe malfunction.
It was not staged.
Rock Your Body, Justin Timberlake. Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
is
Okay.
decorated.
We got to go to a break. After the break, songwriter Sean Jones is going to be joining us for Music Friday.
It's decorated.
But that's fine if it's decorated. I don't think that it was actually.